This is a tutorial for the sound of music. Because everyone is doing such similar things, I'm going to do all 4 parts in one video. So, our first marking is that we're going to drop the dot on that half note, put in a quarter rest, and take a breath. A little tenuto on that word, I. Tenuto means we're going to hang on it just a little longer. And I know. So stress those. Remember, this is all 4 parts singing this melody at first. Poco rubato means a little give and take with the tempo, and here, no breath. Now we're in 4 parts. Write in the word hope in your score. We're going to eliminate the R in dark, no breath, and a little bit of crescendo in the last measure of the page. Now we're on page 3. Eliminate the R in urge. Bottom of page 3, we're changing the word halt to wait. Change this half note to a quarter note with a quarter rest and take a breath, and eliminate the R's in for and more. We're going to get rid of the dot on sound and put in an 8th rest and take a breath. This means little by little, less motion and decrescendo, if you want to write that in. And we're eliminating the R in 4. Now to page 4. Eliminate the R in more. No breath here. Ignore this mark. Whenever you see this mark, that is simply my marking about phrase direction. Don't worry about it. But this is what you need to pay attention to. Going to linger a little bit on hills because we're retarding, slowing down. I just wrote myself a note here. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence comes my help, from the King James Version. And that's Psalm 121. And I wrote in the word faith. All the male tenors join the baritones and basses on the melody here. So just the lady tenors on the tenor part. The tenors and basses singing the melody should mark theirs up to mezzo forte. And remember, we only have 3 firsts singing this little figure. Make sure you're saying music, not to make it elegant. We're going to put the K of music, yes, it's a K consonant, right there on that 8th. So, music. Put the K right on the beat so you can breathe on the second half of the beat. Page 5. A tall, warm vowel on sung, and open your eyes. Flip the R in for 1,000 years. For 1,000. Fora. I think you can hear me flip that. A little bit of rubato here. This is the second sopranos. This is those first sopranos. And this is the altos. Just a note to me that they're moving. So nothing you have to do. Sopranos, when you take over the melody, mark it up to mezzo forte. And tenors, you should all go home now. Remember, this is lady tenors down here at letter D, and this is the male tenors. Although I think we did add a few extra voices to this at the last rehearsal. It seems to me it was Jim Schwab and Oh, shoot. Ralph. So, and anybody else I might have added. And now we're over on page 6. Eliminate the R in heart. No breath here for the sopranos. And eliminate the R in hears. Let's mark it up to mezzo forte, everybody. And we're going to, più mosso means a little motion. Write in the word elation. And down at the bottom of page 6, eliminate the R in birds. Don't worry about what that means. Top of page 7. Encore più mosso means even more motion. Again, more motion. Get rid of the R in heart. Little rubato here. Just watch me. We're going to slow down a little bit. Get rid of the R in church. Down at the bottom of page 7, I wrote in joy and laughter. And we'll probably pick up the tempo again. I should have written that we're going to eliminate the R in over. That's hard to do with my right hand. I'm holding the phone with my left hand. And top of page 8. Let's mark everybody up to forte. I wrote in faith, hope, and love. These notes need to be nice and high, tenors. No breath and crescendo. Bottom of the page, crescendo. A little bit of rubato, meaning we're going to slow down the tempo a little bit here. All the male tenors need to go back down to the melody. Keep it forte. Everybody else, piano. I wrote in the word consolation. And top of the next page, get rid of the R in here and heard. And get rid of the R in before. I'm putting a slash through the M so that we sing this forte. Just a little slower than we've been. Very expressive, more expressive. I wrote in the word faith. And now we're at the top of the last page. Now this is a little tricky. The first time through only, we're going to decrescendo here. So ignore this. We're going to decrescendo and stay relatively quiet and sing the first ending. And change this. I have written in a dotted half note. It actually should be a whole note. So I will cut you off. Now, at the end of the piece, or at the end of the concert, we will do an encore before our side-by-side encore. When we go back, we will go back to page 4. I will have Cindy begin here, and we will just go right through the piece as written, starting with where all the men have the melody. And when we get to the last page, do not decrescendo the second time through. Crescendo even more. We'll be singing pretty loudly. Forte will crescendo even more and take the second ending to end the piece. Cindy will play this 3 measures both times. I hope that makes sense. Thank you.